Smart home devices are becoming more and more popular. We're seeing them in a lot of Americans' homes. Just last year, over 41 million smart home devices were purchased. Now, the reason that that's important is because there are certain tech giants on the forefront of this race to get into your home through a device. Amazon and Google are definitely the leaders in that race right now, and they are building their virtual assistants into a ton of devices. Those assistants are artificially intelligent, and they do make our lives undeniably easier. We can ask them the weather, what time it is, to set a timer for us, but the concerns around them are really centered on data. How much of it are these devices collecting? Where are they storing it? And how can we as users see that data? Now, I brought in my personal devices today to see if they would tell me the answer to that very question. So let's start with Google and see what it has to say. Okay, Google, how can I see my data?
Google stores data about our conversations on its servers. You can see your activity in the Google Home app or at google.com/myactivity.
All right, let's see what Alexa has to say. Alexa, how can I see my data?
I'm not sure.
Okay, Alexa, how can I see what data you have recorded on my voice commands?
I don't know that one.
Alexa, where do I see what data is stored by Amazon?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
So ultimately, I could not get a straight answer from Alexa on this specific question, but I could figure it out, ironically, by Googling it and poking around in my Alexa Amazon app. And so if you go into your settings on Amazon in your Alexa app specifically, and you start to look through the different voice commands that you've given Alexa, the different times that you've asked it for certain answers to your questions, you can see all of these different voice recordings stored in the application. Now you can go through and delete those specific recordings, but they still hold a good amount of information on what you've asked this device. Now the reason that that's significant is because right now we're really only asking these devices what the weather is or what time it is, but the more comfortable we get with these devices in our homes, the more personal information we are sharing. And ultimately, these companies are going to have that information. And while they promise, specifically Amazon and Google, promise they're not selling that information or that data, they are using it to build out potential marketing profiles around customers, around what they like, what their interests are, what they might buy. And so it's important to be able to keep an eye on exactly what you're sharing with these devices in your home.